and I was told I couldn't tell anybody, so I was kind of just like, I don't know how to really confirm this. And I remember I told Coach Limbaugh, and he was like, "Is that real?" And I was like, "I think so." And I don't think he believed me for a couple days. But yeah, I guess I found out Monday morning, and then Thursday they officially released something. But yeah, it was pretty. I was a little caught off guard by the call, but it's really cool.
Yeah. So I mean, what's the call like? Is it just some random voice say, "Hey"?
Well, yeah, it was so I didn't recognize the number, but it said Augusta National under the phone number. So I was like, I have to answer this, right? And then the guy starts talking to me, and I'm just kind of like forget everything he said because I'm like trying to figure out if this is real or not. So I don't remember his name or anything. And then I was like, yeah. So then, but then he started talking me through the whole week and stuff. So I was like, has to be real. Like he's not. Who's gonna prank me with this? But no, yeah, it was pretty cool. And then he emailed me that afternoon, kind of just like confirming and stuff.
What did they tell you about why they wanted to invite you?
They just said special exemption. They always kind of give a couple each year. And so I was just pretty honored they picked me, and excited for the opportunity.
But never usually those exemptions aren't reserved for amateurs. So I mean, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot to be able to just represent Vanderbilt and then amateur golf at the Masters. There's kind of no cooler honor. You know, there's some tournaments that get you into the Masters, but just be able to have that opportunity to play is really special.
What does it say to you about kind of the state of your game that they're recognizing that?
I think it just like shows that they think you can compete with the best in the world, and I'm kind of looking forward to just testing my game at that level, just seeing what the best players in the world do, and trying to continue to get better, and just like focus on college golf outside of it, and then just kind of take in the experience.
You've played at obviously a lot of different tournaments and different levels as you've come up, and you've handled nerves different ways. Can you even imagine what it's going to be like on the first tee there?
Yeah, it'd probably be pretty nerve-wracking, but I mean, like there's a reason you're going to be there, so I think just kind of soaking it all in, but also like just kind of focusing on the week and blocking out the distractions is going to be really helpful. But obviously they want you there if they're going to invite you, so just kind of keeping that in the back of your mind.
How would you describe kind of the state of your game, what you've been able to do the last couple of years? Everyone comes to college wanting to do their absolute best. You're obviously exceeding expectations.
Yeah, I think I picked Vanderbilt for a reason, just knowing that this was a place I was going to come and get better with the players around me and the coaches. So yeah, I think just one big thing was like maturity when you got to college and really learning how to play golf, because junior golf and college golf are so much different, and then it's obviously going to be another step to pro golf after college. So just kind of enjoying the time, but also taking it as a great experience to get better. And you've seen what Coach Limbaugh and Vanderbilt and Coach Todd have done with the program. So just kind of just knowing that and learning from all the other guys on the team has been really cool, and I feel like we all push each other each and every day to get better.
It's one thing to say and talk about wanting to get better. It's another to actually have the results. How have you been able to do it, do you think?
I think it's just by like our teammates and our atmosphere here. We push each other each and every day, like I said, and it's like it's not funny like when we play bad or anything. Like some programs might see it that way. So we're practiced together. We push each other. We kind of give each other a hard time, and it just makes you want to play better. And there's kind of an expectation that on off day you're still going to go practice, and I feel like that's something that most teams don't have, and we're really close, and I think we just work really well together.
You said you have played the course one time a few years ago. What do you remember about playing?
Well, that was like 4 or 5 years ago, so it's definitely going to be a different experience. But yeah, like it's just kind of won't be as starstruck as since it won't be my first time. But obviously the Masters that week's going to be a little bit different, a little bit more surreal. But yeah, I think just kind of a little bit more familiar with it, kind of where each hole goes and stuff like that. But having not played it super recently, I'll hopefully try and get like a trip there, maybe beginning of spring break to kind of get my eye on the course before the week.
How old did you say you were when you played?
Probably 14.
Like freshman in high school?
No, maybe like 8th grade, 8th or 9th grade, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And then just lastly for me, when you think about the Masters, do you have any special memories that stick out in your mind watching that tournament?
I think just like seeing people walk up the 18th green, like to the 18th green, just gives you chills, and like I think I'm just gonna try and soak it in, but also like hopefully you're there on Sunday, like having a chance to win. So you gotta have the right mindset of they've given you the opportunity to play, and it's just gonna be a really cool experience. But also like we're not going there just to play. We're going there to win. So yeah, and represent Vanderbilt to the highest ability.
And knowing your coach, who was more excited, you or him, when you found
I would say me, but you might have to ask him that question. But all my teammates and the coaches will be there, so it'll be really cool.
How hard was it for you to keep that secret for 4 days?
Yeah, it was funny. So it was like we actually were at a tournament, the Jones Cup, like an individual tournament. And I think there were 5 other Vanderbilt guys there, and I got there Wednesday morning, and so I knew from Monday, but I couldn't tell anyone until Thursday. So like it was actually pretty funny. We were on the couch like all watching together, and like the Masters like commercial comes on, and everyone's talking about how excited they are to watch it, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't know, like I was just like, yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool to watch. But yeah, it was pretty tough, but at the same time, like I had a lot to focus on that week, so it wasn't just like itching at you.
How are you balancing the college season with preparing for the Masters?
Yeah, I think I feel like I did a pretty good job of kind of managing distractions at the Jones Cup and just kind of focusing on playing good golf that week. And then I guess our first tournament's in 2.5 weeks from now, so we're all just kind of focused on that. And then when the Masters comes up, then obviously the focus is going to be on that. But yeah, if we want to be where we want to be at the end, we're going to have to play well in the spring. So just focusing on that and each and every day just trying to get a little bit better.
Why'd you have to keep it a secret? Why'd they tell you that?
I guess to make it, before they wanted to release like information about it. So I probably didn't really want to tell anyone just in case it wasn't real. But no, they just wanted to make an official release, and then that's when I could tell people.
Okay, first off, congratulations, Gordon. Just wanted to ask you, is it a little bit of a surreal feeling knowing you're going to the Masters and you're going to be sharing the green with some of these golfers that you've looked up to since you were a kid and that you yourself have watched on TV?
I think so, yeah. It was definitely like it was definitely a little bit of a surprise, but I think it gives you confidence that they have trust that you can compete at the highest level. So it'll definitely be a really cool experience, but I think just focusing on college golf right now until the Masters comes, and then just soaking it in that week, like I said earlier. But like we're all there to play well, so I think you got to do a good job of not getting overwhelmed by like who you're going to be around. So yeah, just kind of managing distractions and focusing on playing well that week.
Any other questions on the Zoom call?
Perfect.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah.
That's all right. You said you trust in your preparation and stuff when it comes to getting on the first tee and going there, but like this is a whole another level. Like, what makes you confident that you'll be able to summon your best, I guess, at the highest level right there?
I mean, it's obviously the Masters, but it's still like you're going to play a golf course. And like, I mean, you could, like at the NCAAs, it's like the biggest tournament in college golf, and you're just kind of focusing on that. Like, you've played well throughout college golf and knowing that it's just going to carry over. So like, I don't think there's necessarily anything that you have to be scared of in like playing in a professional event or anything, just because like that's where I see myself in a couple of years. So just kind of knowing that like you belong, and that and when it comes down to it, it's just getting the ball in the hole in the least amount of strokes. So and we've all kind of done that at some point. So just kind of keeping that in your mind.
Has your approach at all shifted since last year? So you win the NCAA tournament. There's obviously a lot that goes along with that, and any tournament you're in, everyone knows, well, here's the guy that we're all gunning for. What's that like for you now?
I think it definitely puts like a little bit of a target on your back, and I feel like our team's kind of experienced that a little bit with the fall we had, or the spring we had last year, and then carrying over into this fall. We were ranked highly, kind of looked at as the team to beat. But I think it also gives you confidence that like if you play your good golf, you're going to win, and like you're going to be there when you want to be there. So I don't think it definitely puts a little pressure on you, but if you just kind of use it as motivation to just continue to get better and know that like if you do what you want to do, then you're going to be right where you want to be. So just kind of using that.
And then, will your performance at the Masters, you looking at it almost as a measuring stick for kind of where you are?
I mean, not really. I think it's more of just like an experience. Like you're going to play well, like you're going there to try and play well, but like you're going to learn so much there, especially with like that experience and trying to figure out how to handle nerves, because you're not going to have had any nerves like that first year at the Masters. So yeah, just viewing it as a learning experience, but also kind of soaking it in, and then at the end of the day, just trusting the work you've put in.
ask one more time. Did you have any favorite memory from like specific individuals from watching the Masters that stick out?
Seeing Tiger win a couple years ago was pretty cool. Just because like when everyone thought he was done and like he just comes back and wins, and it just kind of shows you that if you put in the work, you're going to get to where you want to be. So just kind of having that mindset is, I feel like what our team and coaches kind of just like really emphasize each and every day.
Jake, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a quick follow-up. Gordon, are you going to be hitting up YouTube and watching some highlights? I know you just mentioned Tiger's big win not that long ago to sort of get in the right mindset a little bit.
Probably, yeah. It's safe to say I've watched some of them before. But yeah, I think like we've emphasized a lot, and I've talked to Coach about just like focusing on college golf right now, and then maybe the week before, just kind of turning your focus a little bit to the Masters, because it's just going to require the highest amount. But yeah, I'll probably watch some highlights at some point.